Hi guys, welcome to GV's Academy. In this video, we'll see how to migrate WordPress websites from one domain to another domain manually without using any plugins. In our last one or two videos, we have used some plugins like Migrate Guru or all-in-one migration plugin. But in this video, I'll show you by not using any other plugins or paid or free, we can do it manually as well if your project is complex and if you have different configurations in your WordPress website. If it is a custom built theme, then probably you will need some manual migration support, because in those cases using plugin might fail the transfer or migration. So in those cases you will have to use a manual migration method. So in this video I'll show you how to do that. One more big reason is few clients due to security reasons, they will not allow you to use any migration plugin or services, third-party services. So in that cases, you will have to manually migrate the project from your dev environment to the web hosting server environment, or else in the sense live site environment, production environment, right? And or else, let's say if your client wants to change the servers, in those cases without using any plugin, then in those cases you will have to assist them by using this process called as manual migrations. And in this video we'll see that. In this video what we'll be doing is, we have a dummy website and under this URL called as geekywebwizards.com/dummy site. This is the website, https geekywebwizards.com/dummy site. This is the website. This is a dummy site actually, and we will be transferring this website to a new location, in the sense no new server. We have about us page, service page, projects page, then contact us and free estimates, right? So it's a complete website. However, it's a dummy website, but still it's a complete website with all the certain pillar pages and everything. So in this video, what we'll be doing is, we have this dummy website and we'll be transferring it from this server to a new server called as under a URL called as gwwsites.com/new dummy site, from /dummy site to /new dummy site, and URLs are changed, in the sense both are different servers. Fine. So what are the steps that we need to take? What are the steps that we need to follow in this process is, first thing what we'll be doing is, we'll go to this server from where we want to migrate and we'll download all the files. See, I have framed the three steps in under which you can differentiate the complete process. So first step is, we'll download all the files and keep it safely in our local PC or computer, and then in the second stage we'll go to the new server and create a WordPress instance and do all the required settings regarding database and everything. And in the third step, we'll be uploading the backup file into the new location. So this is where in the third step, the actual migration happens. In the first step, we'll download and keep it safe. In second step, we'll get the environment ready in the new server. And in the third step, we'll upload the files and do certain settings that we need to do so that the migration is successful. We'll go through one by one. First under first step, we need to download and save all the files. So let's go here. This is our server from where we want to transfer this website. First thing, to download all the files, we need a database access and need a cPanel access so that we can download files and database. So let me log in into the cPanel and download all the files. Log into your cPanel and get access to the server. Now go to File Manager. the site is hosted under the domain, but inside a directory called as dummy site. So let's go to file manager, and under file manager we are inside public underscore HTML. This is where our main site is, but we don't want this site. We want a site which is inside this dummy site directory. So let's, yeah. So we are now inside public underscore HTML and slash dummy site. Inside dummy site directory we have all these files. These are the files generated by WordPress. Okay, now let's select all these files and download. We can do is, you just need to select all files and okay, I think I have some database files backup here already. Let me just delete it and you can ignore this step. Yeah, these are the files, right? So let me select all these files. Now we need to compress all the files in a zip format. Now I think it's done. Zip format. Yeah, compression has been completed. Now refresh this so that you can see where the file is, wp admin, and created just now. Well, now we need to download this file. Before I download, I'll just rename it so that I can it will be easy to navigate for me later on for the understanding the name. Site dummy site backup. Rename it and let me download it now. Now, one more thing we need to do. We have downloaded the files, right? It's getting downloaded over here. Anyways, meanwhile, what we need to do is we also need the database file. So how to know which database is this particular website connected to? For that, you need to scroll down here and this wp config file, you need to open this. You can just click on, right click and click here on view. Now this wp config file will have the database details. So the database which it is connected to is geekyurq underscore wp3536, right? So this is the database that we need to download, 536. Well, cancel this, and now let's go to cPanel again and scroll down here and go to phpMyAdmin. It's 536, yeah. Now we have around 3 databases here. Inside those 3 databases, the one which is connected to our dummy site is 536. Well, now we have just checked it via our wp config file, right? So now you need to select this database. These are the files. These are the database files that we need to download. So how you can download is just select the complete database and go to export, and here select the format as SQL and hit go. All right, so now we have 2 files here. Let me organize it in a structured way. All right, So we just now created a folder called as manual migration. In that we have saved our website backup and database file, right? These are the two things that we'll need for the migration. Let's keep it here, and now the first step is completed. Let me close this. And yeah, so all we have downloaded files and database. Now we can cancel this. All right, close this. Now I think pretty much everything we have done. We have downloaded files, we have downloaded assets. Within those files there are assets, images, contents, everything, and then we have also downloaded SQL file, right? So now let's move to the second step. Second step is install a new WordPress on destination server in a location where you want to transfer. The new location, in the sense, the new location. In our case, what is the new location? In our case, the new location is www.demosites.com/new dummy site. If you see it now, it's new dummy site, right? New dummy site. If you see now, you will get 404 error because we have not created any directory called as new dummy site, and we have not even installed WordPress under this directory called as my dummy site. That's why we are getting 404 error. The resources could not be found on this server because we haven't installed anything yet. So what we need to do in second step is install WordPress in this server, new server. So let me log in into this server. Once you log in, scroll down and go to Software Class App Installer, and under this click on WordPress. Now click on install now. From here you can select the version of WordPress you want to install, and select the protocol, select the URLs that we want it to be installed under www.demosites.com under a directory called as new dummy site, right? Yeah, new dummy site. So we don't have the directory called as new dummy site, so I'll just install a directory called as new dummy site. All right, now it will see if the directory is present, then inside that directory WordPress will be installed. If the directory is not present, then it will create one and install WordPress inside that directory. So site name and description, you can give whatever you want. Username and password, assign username and password for your new WordPress website. And then, yeah, before you click on install, go here under advanced option and see which database is this WordPress instance going to create. This WordPress instance will be connected to a database called as WP506, right? So just save it somewhere, and table prefix is WP3K. What we'll do is just remember this table name, WP3K underscore. This is the table prefix, and table name is WP506. Right, so this is the new database name. Well, you need this information later on, so just remember this. Now click on install. All right, the new WordPress instance has been installed. Now if you see under the new location called as www.dumisites.com/new dummy site, we have a fresh new WordPress instance. So this is the location where we wanted, right? So we have the fresh new website here, but this is not the website that we wanted. We want our website that we took backup of, right? Those files has to be here. So how to do that? So for that, let's log in back. Let's go back to the cPanel of this website, this server, new server. Go back to the cPanel, and here, first thing that you need to do is go to File Manager, and under public_HTML, see for the directory that we just now installed. This is the directory, right? New dummy site. This is the directory, and under this directory we have the files of this particular website. Go to cPanel File Manager, and here /new dummy site. Yeah, these are the website files for this one. Here the only thing that you need is wp-config.php. Here wp-config.php, click here and download a copy as a backup, and then click on view. Here we'll have database connection details. What you need to do is copy from this option, MySQL settings. From here you need to copy all the way till database collect type, till here, define db collect, right? You need to copy till here and save it somewhere. All right. New DB details. I just save it somewhere because we will need this information. So what we just now did is we logged into the cPanel where we just now installed a new website, and for this website files, from this website files, we just now opened the wp-config file, and within that we just now copied the database information from here, from MySQL settings till db collect, right? So we just now copied this, and we have saved it somewhere in a notepad. And then let me cancel this, close this tab. You can close this. Okay, so here, once we have copied the database connection details, now these files are not important for us. So what we'll do is select all files, and remember these files are, just make sure these files are the new WordPress files that we just now installed, right? So we'll select all and we'll just delete everything, all the files. And please do it with caution, because you need to make sure that you are in the right directory so that you delete the right files, because if in case you just delete some other directory files, then your other website might get affected. So just make sure that you are in the right directory. This is my new dummy site, and then end of that we just now deleted this website files that we just now installed after copying the database connection details. Now here we want to upload the backup file that we have downloaded in our step 1. So if we go to our slides and see, the second step is also completed. We have installed a new WordPress on the destination server, and we have Also, we have also noted down the database name, and we have also downloaded wp-config file, right? So these are also completed. So step 1 is completed, downloading the backup files and database. Step 2 is completed of installing WordPress in a new server. And now step 3 is uploading the files that we have downloaded in step 1 in the new server. This is the new server, and here we need to upload the files that we have downloaded in step 1. So go to upload and select the file that we downloaded. This is the file, right? So select this, click on open. All right, we just now installed the dummy website backup that we have downloaded in step 1 now in this new server under the directory that we just now created, and we had installed WordPress, right? And these files we just deleted, and then we uploaded, instead of these files we have uploaded this file, that backup file of the old website. Now go back to the file manager. If you see, we don't have any files, and if you refresh here, site is broken now. Under dummy site, the site is broken because we have deleted all the files, right? And we just now uploaded this zip file, and now you need to extract the files and from within this zip format. Extract here in the same location. All right, so close it, and if you reload, you can see we have got our all files in a new location now. And now you can go ahead and delete this zip file if you don't want to take unnecessary space from your server. You can delete this zip file. Select the zip file and click on delete. All right, if you refresh this, still the site won't work, because even though we have the files, the site won't work because the database to which this particular directory is connected to is different, and we haven't yet uploaded the database as well. So before uploading database, what we will do is scroll here to wp-config again, and right click this one and hit edit. Remember, we have noted down the wp-config details here. Just select all the WordPress database settings from MySQL settings till dbcollat. Copy this, and here in the wp-config file, just scroll down and select here till dbcollat and paste it. .506. Well, now you need to click on save. All right, so it is connected to the new database. So now these files, this website files, has been connected to the new database that we had installed in the step 2. But the new database that it got created while we installed WordPress does not have the details regarding this website, backup website. So remember, we have downloaded the SQL file as well, right? We have downloaded SQL file as well. So now we need to upload this SQL file. So go back to cPanel and go to phpMyAdmin here. maybe depending upon your server and how you have used your server. I have many databases over here, but I need to understand, I need to find out which is the database that is connected to our website now. So remember, I have just noted it down, the website, the database name, right? WP506. Now I can identify which is the database I need to work on. This is the website 506. Okay, so let me select this website, select this database, and now first thing that you need to do is, it will have some default data. You need to select all and click on empty database, or else you can just say drop, or else just empty complete database of this one 506. All right, now go here and hit import and go to browse and select the backup SQL file. And now click on select the format SQL and then select go. So our backup SQL files, SQL details will be imported into this new database as well. All right, the import has been successfully finished and 121 queries executed. All right, so if you see, we have imported successfully. Now, and yeah, we have uploaded all the files, we have merged the wp-config file as well, and we have imported the database file as well. Now we are good to go and check if our website is working or not. Let me just refresh this. It should work, but it is not working. If you click on home, about us, can you see something that we have some part of this logo has been imported here, and we have this navigation pages, but still the page doesn't seem to exist, and we have this design imported, kind of imported, but still it is not working perfectly, right? So this is the most common error that you'll be getting whenever you transfer your website from one server to another server, new server. This is the most common error that you will be facing, and you need not be afraid. We will resolve this error as well, and this is something that no other YouTube video has covered. I think so. They just simply create a tutorial on simple migration of simple websites. This was a complex site with certain pages, several pages, and all those things. So we have imported this, we have migrated it, but still it is not working. After we have migrated all files, and also we have uploaded the database. Let me just close all these windows so that you don't get confused. Yeah, this is the site that we just now migrated, but some part of the design has been migrated, but some part is not working still. So what we need to do is see if you can log in into the admin dashboard of this website. I hope you are able to see something, that even when I try to log in into WP admin, it is redirecting me back to my old website, geekywebwizards.com/dummy site, right? So it means this is the permalink issue. How to resolve it? It is simple. You need to first change the site URL, And then how to do that, we can do it from database also, but still let me try wp login.php. Yeah, dwdemosites.com. Okay. Had the site migrated, but I was not able to log in into the admin dashboard. So what I did is I simply logged into the database. You need to log in into the cPanel and go to your database section. If you are not able to log in, you first need to go to your database. Or to go to database, first you need to enter into cPanel and then go to phpMyAdmin. Here in phpMyAdmin, the database which is connected, which this this new site is connected to is 506. We all know that. So here what we need to do is go to this 506 site database, and here you need to scroll down and go to WP users. In this table, first thing is you need to update the password if you don't remember the old password. And then once you remember the password and still you are not able to log in, then you'll have to go to options table, and then once you go to options table, you have this you'll find these parameters over here. Now here you need to update this URL here, the new URL. It will have the URL of old website. So if here you find the old website's URL, then you will not be able to log in. So if you are not able to log in, then you need to click on edit and then update this URL to the new URL, and then update this. You need to click on this edit button, and then you need to update the URL completely, and then hit go. Right? So now I have done this, and after doing this, I was able to see that the first page has been imported successfully. But if you see, the second page, about us page, is not working still, and service page is still not working. Only home page is working now. As soon as I updated the URL here in the options table, I was able to log in, and number two, the home page is now working fine. So let me go inside this database, inside the admin dashboard now. So you understood the point, right? So to log in, if you are not able to log in, then you need to go to database, and inside database you need to access the table called as options under the database, and then you need to update the URL. After doing this, you will be able to log in into the admin dashboard, at least of this new site. Let me now log in. See, so I'm now able to log in. So after logging in, as we know here that our about us page is not working, right? And then our service page is also not working. Similarly, none of our pages are working apart from home page. So go to dashboard, scroll down here under settings, click on permalinks and change this permalink to post name, this one, and click on save changes. Now go back here, just refresh this. Now if you go to about us page, it is working perfect. And now if you go to service page, it is working. Similarly, all pages will be working now perfect. So if I have to brief the complete process, first thing you need to do is you need to download files and database from old server. Second thing, install new WordPress in new server, note db name and db credentials from config file. Third, delete files from new server and upload all the backup file and import the backup database. Now after doing this, if your website doesn't work, then troubleshooting needs, first thing, if you are not able to log in, what you need to do is first change site URL and home URL from database options table, and then once you are able to log in, all pages are not working, then from WordPress admin dashboard, change or you can say update the permalinks. After doing this, congratulations, your migration is successful. Right? So I hope, guys, this was a little complex process, but you need to understand it. If you are a web developer or if you are a WordPress developer, this is a very important skill to know, and it is a valuable skill. So I hope you have learned so much in this video, and if you like this video, please let me know in the comment section below as well, and do subscribe to the channel so that once I come up with new videos regarding WordPress core fundamentals and advanced topics, you'll get notified. Yeah, thank you for watching and have a great day.